Welcome all. It's time for another exciting edition of the show with no name exclusively on Vaughn Radio. And folks, I hope you are ready to rock because we are going to learn some English. We are going to have some fun. And most of all, we are going to laugh. So get ready, folks. We're going on an exciting English adventure. Everybody on board. It's time for liftoff. Countdown with me,
10,
folks.
9,
Come on.
8,
6.
7,
Oh,
6,
4. Oh,
5,
wait. Oh,
4,
man.
3, 2,
Numbers.
1,
It's not my thing.
0. Ignition.
Soy de letras, as you say.
Liftoff. Liftoff. 30 minutes after the hour.
Oh, we're going to get this mofo off the ground. Here we go, baby. Come on, baby. Get ready. Let's go.
Strap on your seatbelt.
Strap 'em on.
Fasten your seatbelts. Hold on to your hats.
Oh, yeah, baby.
For the ride of your life.
You know it.
The show with no It's show with no name.
Hell yeah.
On Vaughn Radio. The
Show with no name on radio.
Let's go.
Wow. That's right, folks. Hold on tight. You are in for a treat. What an amazing show we've got lined up for you today here. Wow, so many people joining us already. Remember, you can learn English with us every day here on the show with no name and on Vaughn Radio. You can kick off your day with the Pro Bow Show right after Richard Vaughn, the guy who put this thing together. You got Fits and No Excuses. That's your morning, followed by, obviously, the show with no name, Ximena Holiday, and Test Your English at 12:30, right after the show with no name. Then you've got the lunchtime show with Rob and Andy. And don't forget about Tosh Pasqua. Her program is called Back to Basics. If you are not following Tosh, you are definitely missing out. You're definitely missing out, folks. She's always posted great content, but recently she has started posting videos, and boy es como madre mía en este caso, boy, are we lucky. All right, folks, well, welcome aboard. I hope you're eager to learn English. I hope you're excited. Just a few things I just want to remind you. We've got an exciting extravaganza on the horizon. Mark your calendars. It's March 1st, Vaughn Radio Trivia Night, with the one and only Guy Williams. Yeah. Ow. Chica. It's 8:30 p.m. at Roll Madrid, March 1st. Vaughn Radio Trivia Night with Guy Williams. There you go, folks. There you go. Guy Williams. He is definitely gonna raise the bar. Subir el listón. But I know last time when Richard Vaughn hosted, I not only had a good time and a good meal and a good chat with people, but I really did learn so much since, the central activity is trivia. You end up learning tons and tons of things. So, folks, speaking of trivia and putting you to the test, I think it's time for today's pop quiz. Hands up. Get them up. Pop quiz. Sing it. Pop quiz. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. That's right, folks. That's right. It is our pop quiz only on the show with no name. And in case you didn't know, this usually comes from social media, but today I'm taking it right out of my third book, the second in the Milk series. You know it as This Book is the Milk 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to you live from the funeral.
Señoras y señores, nos dirigimos a ustedes desde el funeral real.
What a sad day it is, for this book is the remilk.
Es un día triste para This Book is the Remilk.
It is a book that was loved by many and will be missed by all.
Es un libro que fue adorado por muchos y será extrañado por aún más.
But don't fret, no, don't worry,
Pero no se preocupen,
because the remilk will be reborn
porque This Book is the Remilk volverá a nacer
with a new name, a new cover, and brand new audio.
con un nuevo nombre, una nueva portada y ahora con audio.
It's called This Book is the Milk 2.
Se llama This Book is the Milk 2
And it will usher in a new age.
y nos adentrará en una nueva era.
All hail! This book is the Milk 2, the new leader.
¡Viva This Book is the Milk 2, el nuevo rey!
Long live! This book is the Milk 2.
¡Larga vida al nuevo rey! This Book is the Milk 2.
That's right, folks. You can pick it up at Von Tienda or wherever fine books are sold. Wherever fine books are sold means in todas las grandes almacenes, I think would be the equivalent. It means donde se venden buenos libros. Wherever fine books are sold, you can get it at Von Tienda. You can get it in person at Von Tienda, or you can get it at vontienda.com. The important thing is that you pick it up. If you don't have it, well, I have 4 books. I'm sure many of you know that. The first one, English Everywhere. The second one, This Book is the Milk. The third one, This Book is the Milk 2. The fourth one, English on the Go. Aprende inglés viajando por el mundo. And the fifth one, hang on a second. I don't have a fifth one yet. We'll see. Stay tuned. We'll see, folks. We'll see. But all I can tell you is book your tickets to come to the book fair this year. It's May 26th to June 11th. Come see us at the Madrid Book Fair. And hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll have some good news to report to all of you. All right, now, this is coming right out of This Book is the Milk 2. And we're going to take a look at this silent K sound. I think yesterday somebody said knack, the word knack, which is it's got a silent K, like the word knife. Well, we're going to look at other words that have this silent K. Ka muda, I think you say in Spanish. And the word I'm looking for, and remember, I don't just want you to give me a word. I want you to give it to me in context, and preferably in a context that makes sense to you and to anybody. The word is nudillos. Nudillos. Now, remember, don't just give me the word. Give it to me in context. What could you say about your nudillos? Because everybody knows hand and everybody knows fingers, right? Nails, eso es fácil. Uñas, right? You got the palm of your hand, the back of your hand, your wrist, tu muñeca. But what about those things that, well, if you're a boxer, I guess you punch people with. There's an example you could use. Also, people do push-ups, flexiones, usando los nudillos. So I'll let you guys be creative. And as I said, we won't just look at that word in context, but we'll also look at other words that have that KN sound. And folks, we're going to go on over to our chat room. What's up, students? How's it going? So many amigos joining us. I'm going to just take a quick second to grab a sip of water and to clear my throat, because as you guys can hear, I'm still a little bit sick. So let me just, let me take a sip of water for a second, okay? That was more like a gulp, huh? I said a sip, but I went gulp. So, mira, dos palabras onomatopeicas. A gulp and a sip. Let's take a look at who's checking in, fichando, in our class. Kubla says, hello, magnetic students. I can't wait to begin laughing. Awesome. Great. Laura says, good morning, beautiful show with no namers. Rise and shine. And let's raise a glass to our favorite teacher. Double A, I hope you're feeling a bit better today. I don't want to say it, but I'm feeling a bit worse. Oh, no. But thank you for asking, and we'll get through the show. I'm sure we will. It'll be fine. I might have to, cough into the microphone. I'll try not to, believe me. But it's going to take a little extra effort today. But thank you. Thank you for asking. And Laura, I see what you did there. Yesterday, I posted a video using the words rise and raise. And Laura is showing me she knows how to use them. Great, Laura. Awesome. Let's see. Who else? We've got Peak from Denham. I imagine they pronounce it in vez de ham. Denham, Inglaterra. Oh, wow. Cool. Thank you so much for joining us. It's an absolute pleasure. Jay Lima's in the house. And he says, yo, bro, what's up? What's cracking? What's up, Jay? There's Anna. Anna says, morning, wonderful team. I hope you are better today, dear teacher. Well, unfortunately, as I said, I'm feeling about the same, if not a little bit worse. But I got a busy day. I've already had a class. I got a class later. I got a work session. I got a busy day. But it's okay. The good thing about having a busy day when you don't feel too well, when you don't feel too hot, is it makes it fly by. And I know that happened yesterday on the show. You guys helped the show and my morning fly by. There's Roberto Quito. He says, hi, good morning from Latam. Oh, awesome. So early over there. But you know what they say, Roberto? The early bird gets the worm. Oh, yeah, that's right. And we know Roberto is an early bird. Speaking of early birds, there's my dad. He's also probably on the same time zone as my dad. Good morning, Alberto and friends and family. Greetings from Greenwood Lake, New York. Good morning to my early birds. Monse, the master of series. You are. She says, morning, guys. Here's to our teacher. Yeah. There's Moscato Verduzo in my glass, Laura. Woo-hoo. I'll tell you what, I'm on medicine right now. I'm sure it'll knock me out. Me deja cao. Un poco de vino. This medicine I'm on. Oh, man. Sounds good, Monse. Cheers to that. Cheers. There's Lupe. Hey, Lupe. She says, morning, guys. How's it going? Are you all ready to rock? I'm in. Great, Lupe. Wonderful. There's Vero. What's up, Vero? Hold on a second. I'm going to take another gulp or sip of water. All right, I'm back. I lowered the volume so you guys didn't have to hear me coughing really loud into the microphone. You're welcome. Vero says, morning, beautiful people and enlightening classmates. Are we ready for another exciting edition of our favorite morning show with our favorite English teacher entertainer? Yeehaw! Absolutely, Vero. Glad to have you on board. There's Chris. Couldn't start without you, Chris. She says, morning, wonderful Alberto and awesome mates. I know for a fact that Chris Valrol will be joining us at the book fair at the trivia night, but maybe the book fair too. I don't know. You guys have plenty of time to plan. There's Born to Iron Man. He says, hi there, friends. What's up, buddy? Oh, yeah. Kubla says, so you've written some books single-handedly, haven't you? Yeah, well, I have 4 of them now, and 2 of them I wrote myself, right? No, I'm lying. I had a ghostwriter. Un negro. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, but 2 of them are collaborations. I co-wrote. Es la palabra que usamos. And the other ones were written exclusively by yours truly. There's Nihad. Nihad says, good morning, beautiful people. What's up, Nihad? How you doing? Let's see. There's Kubla taking a stab at our pop quiz. Let's see how he did. Kubla says, whenever the show with no name starts, I knuckle down and get ready to rock. Knuckle down, Kubla? That's a totally native. Yes, it is. Totally native, buddy. Unbelievable. To knuckle down, ponerse serio, hincar los codos, maybe? A ver. Knuckle down, baby. Knuckle down. Ponerse en serio, apretar. To knuckle down. So great one. Wonderful job over there to our buddy Kubla. Whenever the show with no name starts, I knuckle down and get ready to rock. Born to Iron Man says, do you knock doors with your knuckles? Well, Born to Iron Man, it's perfect. I'm glad you used this common structure. But we would say, do you knock on doors or at? You can say somebody's knocking at the door or on the door. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Ahí lo tienes. I know you're a music buff. Do you knock on doors with your knuckles? Oh, yeah, definitely. I do the doot, 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 doot. You know how to do that? That's like my biggest talent ever. Chris says, I hurt my knuckles while doing crafts. Excellent, Chris. To hurt, well, crafts. How do you call them? Manualidades, crafts. Sure, could happen. You're cutting things with scissors. Makes sense. Great job, Chris. Knuckles. Vero says, I scraped my knuckles when I fell on the street. Oh, poor thing. But wonderful example. Oh, yeah. Let's see. Nihad says, Lisbon is a city where you'll feel safe wandering around day or night, where the cuisine is dedicated to creating over 1,000 ways to cook. So make the most of it and enjoy it, Alberto. Oh, yeah, I've been discovering Lisbon virtually, and it seems amazing. I mean, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I already have a couple of reservations at authentic Lisbon fusion, but Lisbon Portuguese restaurants. Well, one of them has like an Algarve influence. So, as many of you know, yeah, I'm going to do some sightseeing. Voy a hacer turismo, mi mujer y yo. But we're also going to chillax. Do you know this one? To chillax, to chill out, to relax. Estar de tranquis. We're going to eat, drink some wine. Great idea there, Monse. And we're looking for views, you know. I got a hotel that has a rooftop bar and pool. And I'm a happy guy. And so I'm looking forward to it, really looking forward to it, because it's the perfect trip. You know, it's a quick weekend birthday trip, a getaway, as we say, una escapada, a getaway. It'll be my wife and I. It'll be our first time without my daughter, like overnight. She's going to be in great hands. She'll be with her family. Aunts, uncles, cousins, grandma. I mean, she's probably not even going to realize that we're gone. So, yeah, really looking forward to it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, let's see. Kubla says, as you've told us a bunch of times, you're an early riser because you have a living alarm clock. That's true, but luckily, she's been sleeping a lot later of late. Toma double trouble. She's been sleeping a lot later of late. So it's me. I got the house to myself. It's more a celebration, Kubla, where I'm like, yes. And I got to be, you know, I make coffee. I'm pretty productive. I organize my classes and the other things I have to do. So as I told you, I already had a class this morning because, as you guys know, I have private classes as well. A lot of people write to me about that. Remember, if you want more information about classes, go to Vaughn. You can get all kinds of information at their website about online courses, Disney courses for the kids. I know the summer camps are starting to sell like hotcakes. Están vendiendo a tope. Well, it's a great experience. Because, okay, one thing is a book, which can be an experience. But another thing is going for 2 weeks to live in English and do activities in English. I mean, there's learning that goes beyond language there. Me pillas, right? You catch my drift. Let's see. Laura says her knuckles hurt after punching him. Nice shot. Buen puñetazo ahí. There's Marta. Marta says, good morning, guys. Hello, Marta. Lupe says he got his knuckles bruised. No hay H. Bruised. Amoratonados, by hitting the wall instead of the punching bag, el saco. Great word, punching bag. Jay Lima says the only thing to do was knuckle down and get on with some serious hard work. Jay Lima, nice one. There's Connie. Hey, Connie, great to see you. Great to read your name. She says, good morning, folks. Greetings from Algete, a small town up in the north of Madrid. I know where Algete is, Connie. Awesome. Oh, yeah. Leo says, I promised myself that every time I make a mistake in my posts here, I will give myself a knuckle sandwich. Un puñetazo de nudillos. Perdona, un sándwich de nudillos es un puñetazo. Es anticuado, pero es buenísimo. You want a knuckle sandwich? ¿Quieres un puñetazo? Leo. Chris says, I wish I could go to the book fair, but I have to find another job. So I don't know what schedule I'll have by then. Well, keep us posted, Chris. We'd love to see you as often as possible. Monse says, Chris, best of luck on the job hunt. I'm sure you'll get a new one in no time. Excellent. In no time. En un plis plas, en un santiamen. And speaking about in no time, we've got a commercial break, and we'll be back in no time. That's right. I can't believe we've flown through the first part of today's show. We'll be right back with tons more, so stick around. Hey, amigos. Welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. That's right, amigos. Welcome back. We're here for the second part of today's show. I hope you guys are excited, or at least as excited as I am, to kick off our edition. Well, we already started, but oh man, we've got so much to go up ahead, and I don't just mean here on this show. I mean all day long on Vaughn Radio. You've got amazing programs to help you learn English, love English, and really, as I said before, laugh and learn. You know, some programs you laugh more, some programs you learn more, but there's no doubt you're going to do both. I always like to think we're teaching more than English here. We're teaching communication. You know, how to be more productive, all these kind of good skills and traits that it takes to be a good student / person barra persona. All right, well, folks, we have so much to do on today's show, so let's rock and roll into today's Say What? Say what? What? Hands up. Say what? Say what? Yeah. Come on, come on. Say what? What? All right, folks. You're going to hear this person speak 4 times. Today we've got 3 short little sentences. So there's no doubt that today's Say What soundbite is short and sweet. Well, I'm not too sure about the sweet part because, well, due to the nature of this situation, this audio clip is going to be pretty hard to hear. But again, there's nothing I can do. It's the nature of the situation. Not everybody is sitting in front of a microphone when they speak or a phone and the audio is captured. So I've enhanced it. Alzar? Enhance. Me suena que es algo así en español. Let's see. To enhance, mejorar, aumentar, acentuar, realzar. Okay. To enhance. So I've tried to enhance it as much as possible, but the rest is up to you guys. As always, you're going to hear this 4 times, so everybody grab a pen and grab a piece of paper and jot this down.
No mistakes so far in this match, right? No mistakes whatsoever. Answer my question! The question, jerk!
All right. Whoa. Sounds like people are booing there, right? Now, they're not too happy with this person, it seems, right? Abucheos. To boo, B-O-O. And it's a boo. Did you hear those boos? Right? People were booing. Okay? So, let me play it for you. I was going to give you my observations, but A lot of times I just do that just to give you guys some time, but I would rather hear from you guys. Who cares about my observations? I already know I know the whole thing. So this is really where you guys need to shine. So let me give it to you a second time. Here it is, the Say What soundbite for the second time.
No mistakes so far in this match, right? No mistakes whatsoever. Answer my question! The question, jerk!
All right, folks, there you go. There you go. That is the second listen of today's Say What soundbite. You'll hear it an additional 2 times. And wait a second. It looks like we've got a message on our voicemail, on our inbox over here. And this is awesome because maybe, who could it be? Who could it be now? Who could it be now? Maybe it's Leo? No, we heard from Leo recently. Maybe it's Chris Valrol. All right, well, I'll tell you what. Instead of wondering who left us a voice message, we'll listen to it. If you would like to leave us a voice message, you can do that by sending a 1-minute audio note to my email address. Are you ready? Jot this down. It's aalonso@grupovon.com. Okay, and if you'd like to participate, as always, I'd love to hear from you, and I'm sure your fellow students would love to hear from you too. So let's see who we're going to hear from today.
Hi, thanks for calling the show with no name. I can't get to the phone right now, so please leave a message after the tone.
Hey, how you doing there, Alberto? It's me, your buddy, your pal, Sal Manila. I sold my business recently. Everything's going down the tubes over here. Now I'm driving a cab. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do to make ends meet, you know what I'm saying there? Life is a struggle. And as you know, in New York, everything's larger than life. Anyhow, your daughter's absolutely beautiful. Congratulations. Marsha and I are thinking of having kids, but it ain't so easy as it seems. Easier said than done. Anyhow, hopefully I can give up this cabbie gig and maybe get into the construction business. Don't you have some Sicilian family? Maybe they can get me in with the unions. Anyhow, I love Vaughn Radio. Awesome. You guys are kicking ass. I'm a huge fan of Fitz and his program, No Excuses. Because you know me, I don't make no excuses, never. All right, buddy, I gotta go. Somebody's hailing me over here. I'll catch you later.
All right. Very cool. My buddy, Sal Manila. Wow, he's awesome. What a cool dude. And yeah, I wouldn't learn English from him. You know, he threw his grammar book out the window a long time ago. I mean, if you listen to that last sentence, he goes, I ain't got none excuses, never. And I'm like, whoa, that's a triple negative, Sal. Now, Sal's a great guy. Sal Manila. He's a blue collar guy. He's un tío trabajero, obrero, blue collar, como decimos, de cuello de camiseta azul. White collar es corporativo. So he's never been a white collar guy. Great friend of mine from back in the day, and he's really, really cool. Let's take a look at the vocabulary that my buddy from New York, Sal Manila, had to say. He said things are going down the tubes. This is a great expression. Se van por el garete. Things are going down the tubes. La tubería. Piénsalo. Also, cab. It's another way of saying a taxi driver. A taxi. So a taxi driver or a cab driver. He also said it's tough to make ends meet. Llegar a fin de mes. Lady Madonna, children at your feet. I wonder how you manage to make ends meet. No sé cómo consigues llegar a fin de mes. Awesome stuff. So, to make ends meet. The next one is struggle. He said the word, it's a struggle. Or he was struggling. So, una lucha is a struggle. Y cuando hablamos de la lucha de la vida, it's, man, another day, another struggle. Okay, so great word. I'm struggling with this. Are you struggling with English? Then he said the expression larger than life. Más grande que la vida en sí. Larger than life. ¿Qué es esto? exagerado. He was saying, everything here in New York is larger than life. Then he said, congratulations. Fijaos como lo pronuncia. Congratulations. He said also, entre el dicho y el you know the one, el hecho, hay un trecho. He said, easier said than done. That was another thing that my friend Sal Manella said. He said he was going to give up this gig. Gig es bolo, trabajo. So he wanted to give it up, dejarlo, this gig. He said he wanted to get involved, or he wanted to talk to one of my friends in the unions, right? Los sindicatos. And then he said that Vaughn Radio and Fitz are kicking ass. Están arrasando. So thank you for your call. It's my great friend, Sal Manella. Sal Manella, really, really cool dude. And it was great hearing from him. All right, let's hear what you guys heard, speaking of hearing from, in today's Say What soundbite. Let's see. Kubla says, I heard a very angry and loud American man shouting about some mistakes in a game. He barked at somebody, a jerk, to answer his question immediately. Great job. Awesome. All right. Leo says, I guess he's a wrestler. Oh, interesting, Leo. I can see why you would think that, because he's talking shit. He's talking smack, right? Si no queremos ser vulgares, está provocando, right? He's talking shit, talking smack over there. So I get why you would say he's a wrestler, uno de la lucha libre, who is addressing an audience. Muy bien, Leo, ahí te he visto sin el tú. Addressing an audience which he calls jerks, capullos, cabrones, in the middle of a bluster. And a bluster, this is an interesting word. It's not as common used here. We talk about blustery weather a lot of times in the States, but a bluster is fanfarroneo, I guess would be the right. Saying that the point is that he doesn't want any mistakes there. Okay, la idea principal es que no quiere errores ahí. Great job. Monse, that was an angry American player or coach at the post-game press conference. He has some angry management issues. Monse, un pequeño ajuste, a little tweak. He has some anger management, que no sabe gestionar su enfado, su rabia. We all get angry. If you didn't get angry, if you didn't get sad, you wouldn't be human. It's not getting angry and getting sad that's bad, or feeling bad about stuff, sintiéndote culpable. It's not being able to deal with it, right? So that's what I try to do, give myself, my daughter, the tools to say, okay, you're angry. You have every right to be angry. You're allowed. It's a human emotion. But do you want to stay angry all day? Do you want that anger to eat you up inside? No. Okay, so what can we do to feel better right now? And first thing you can do anytime you get angry or frustrated or flustered, nervioso, take a motherfucking deep breath. Take 2, take 3. It'll make you stop for a second. Now, all of this is, como acabamos de decir, como dijo mi amigo, easier said than done. All right? So great job, Monse. There's Laura. She's a super duper star on the show with no name. And she says, I heard the voice of a really pissed off sportsman or athlete, maybe a tennis player, being rude to someone else, maybe the umpire, and being booed by the crowd. All right, Laura, wonderful job. Let's see. Ladies and gentlemen, unfucking believe. Es que hay veces que el fucking no es ofensivo porque es para dar. Hombre, es ofensivo si no te gustan las palabrotas. Y en general no las uso. But Laura, there's no other way to put this except unfucking believable. She nailed it. I told you it was just 3 sentences, but they were tough to get, but not for Laura. Excellent job, Laura. There's Monse. Let's see what Monse has to say. She says, hey, Salmonella, chillax. You can only live once. Are you serious? It's awesome. Monse, that is brilliant. Oh my God, it's absolutely brilliant. Chillax, you're using the vocabulary. You can only live once. This is totally native. You can only, or cannoli, a cannoli. Connie says it might be an American man who's telling off some players. Echar una bronca, I like it, to tell off some players or some people. And he's very mad and asks them not to mistake by any reason, not to make a mistake for any reason. And he also asks, what's the question, jerk? And he's shouting. All right, Chris Valrol. I heard a man, I guess he's American. He's a little bit mad. Yeah, a little bit. That's an understatement. He's very mad. He's infuriated, and maybe about something related to a question. Absolutely. By the background noise, he seems to be at a press conference, but maybe not. Chris, as always, wonderful observations. Jay Lima, I heard a very upset man yelling, you haven't overruled anything. Answer my question. The question, jerk. The first one is, you got a little mistake there, but great word, to overrule. It's not the word he uses, but to overrule es denegar, desautorizar. So the judge said one thing, and then it went to court again, and the second judge overruled the first judge's decision. Great word, but it's not the one we're looking for. He says, I think it's a coach, but it seems more like a bully to me. Well, we're going to find out who it is a little bit later on. My dad says anger is a primitive reptilian instinct. Well, you know what? I always like to quote a Rage Against the Machine song. Your anger is a gift used correctly, right? Your fear is a gift. Like, think about it. Your fear can protect you, can save your life. I don't know. Now, if you live in fear, that's the other extreme. See what I'm saying? So everything in the right thing. Anger is great because it forces you to change something. If it does that, in fact. But if anger just causes you to wake up every morning angry at the world and angry at yourself, then anger is not a good thing. So these are powerful emotions. And when channeled, and I'm no coach or psychologist or anything like that, but I'm just applying it to my own life. When channeled, they can be very powerful. Anger is not, we shouldn't shun anger. It's be angry, but know how to deal with it and turn that anger into something productive. So, wow, we're getting pretty deep. Well, anytime my dad's on board, we always get pretty deep. Chris Valrol said, I was joking. He was really mad. I know, but remember what I said. I know you're joking, but sometimes you don't get irony, right? When we're sending somebody a message, we don't get the irony. So you know what you can do in that case? You put a little wink, el guiño, or one of these things. And then, in the end, obviously, you'll know, because I obviously knew. That's why I joked back at you. But just be careful because, communication, this kind of communication, I know it in my own experience. I'm like, I don't think anybody got that joke, right? When I send an email or something like that. All right, well, folks, we've got a lot to do. So let's move on to our spelling bee.
Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee. Spelling bee.
That's right, amigos. It's our spelling bee, only on the show with no name. And here's where we become better spellers. We become better listeners. And obviously, we practice a lot of different skills, as we do all throughout the show. And it's up to you if you work on your speaking skills. That's in your hands. Okay. So I can say something, but if you don't repeat it, you're not working on your speaking. If you listen to it, that's great. That's a great first start, a great first step, a great start. He mezclado las dos cosas. So it's a great start, a great first step, but we want to go further. When you hear something, you're like, eh? Repeat that aloud. That's an instant, that's your brain telling you, ooh, esto es nuevo, right? And that's where you should repeat it aloud. All right, so let's take a look, my amigos. I'm going to give you 6 words. Now, these are really 6 words. I swear to God, lo juro por Dios, these are really 6 words. There's no doubt about it. Okay? Now, let's take a look. Let's see if you guys can get it. I'm going to fly through it on the first round because I always do that. But I know somebody, maybe 1, maybe 2 people are going to get it. All right? So let me take a deep breath. Let me prepare because as you guys can hear, I'm a little bit stuffed up today. So it's going to be a little tough for me. This is round 1 of today's Spelling Bee. The first word is S-I-L-K. The second word is C-O-T-T-O-N. The third word is L-E-A-T-H-E-R. The fourth one is W-O-O-L. The fifth one is S-P-A-N-D-E-X. And the sixth word is C-O-R-D-U-R-O-Y. If you got that, you are definitely playing in the big leagues. All right? Let's see. Anybody? Estás en primera. We say in the big leagues or in the major leagues. Right? The major league is baseball. MLB significa Major League Baseball. All right. Now that was, the good thing is these words were short. They were really 6 words. Sometimes you get 12, 15, 20 words if you add them all up. But today you got really 6 words. And let's see if anybody got it. The first person to take a stab at it, no surprise here. In fact, I've been begging him to change his name from Born to Iron Man to Born to Spelling Bee. Let me just look them over, repasarlos, ojearlos un segundo. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our winner. He is unbelievable, or as I said before, unfucking believable. Give it up for Born to Iron Man. Also, Kubla, Chris, Vero, Kubla, Chris, and Vero right on his heels. Great job. Monse, you made a mistake in your first and your third word. So something tells me you weren't ready for that first round. You should have waited. Again, if you make one mistake, well, it can happen to anybody. But if there are a couple mistakes, then it's always better to wait for the second round. But don't worry. I went really, really fast, all right? Also, Laura got them as well, but our Spelling Bee champion, you know it, folks, Born to Spelling Bee. Cámbialo ya, tío, es que, you've earned it. All right, this is the second round of today's Spelling Bee. Are you ready? This is for all of us. The first word is S-I-L-K. The second word is C-O-T-T-O-N. The third word is L-E-A-T-H-E-R. The fourth word is W-O-O-L. The fifth word is S-P-A-N-D-E-X. And the sixth word is C-O-R-D-U-R-O-Y. And I'm going to give you guys a little clue. You know, I like to drop clues whenever possible. I think I've got oh yeah, here we go, guys. There we go. Yes. These are all kinds of fabrics. That's right. Telas, fabrics. These are all kinds of fabrics. Oh, and listen, you hear that sewing machine? Máquina de coser. It's called a sewing machine. Well, why did we choose fabrics? Well, why not? The reason I chose them, though, is for a specific reason. Today, in 1937, a guy by the name of, you can say named, or you can say by the name of Wallace H. Carruthers. It sounds like an old school name. What's your name, sir? Wallace H. Carruthers III. Well, he received the U.S. patent, or as the British say, patent, for nylon. So I figured we could take a look at some fabrics and much more. But after this quick commercial break, folks, we'll be right back. So stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Yeah. That's right, amigos, that's right. Welcome back. We are here for the second half, the third part. Call it what you will. Just make sure you join us every day at 10:30 to learn English, laugh, and have a blast. And remember, we really, really appreciate it when you spread the word. So use your social media platforms to tell your people about us. It's just going to make the family grow and grow. You don't know how many people. Like, oh, my mother told me to listen to you, and now we discuss your program. We learn English with you, so the more, the merrier. But we rely on you guys. Dependemos de vosotros. So keep those likes coming. Keep those retweets. Keep sharing, mentioning. Because I know Vaughn has a marketing department, but, we don't personally. So spread the word. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you who do. I appreciate it, and I can say, all of us do, really. Because it takes time. Every time somebody leaves me a comment on FYI or on the show with no name, because you can leave reviews where you listen to podcasts. I know Apple Podcasts, you can review the show with no name and FYI. If you haven't done so, please, I'm begging. I hate to beg. I hate to plead, but it really helps. Spread the word and let people know why you're kicking ass in English. All right, folks, it's time for today's homophones.
Homophones, homophones on the show with no name. It's homophones time, cause homophones rhyme. They sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. Homophones on the show with no name. Cause homophones time
And homophones rhyme, they sound the same on the show with no name. The show with no name. The show with no homophone. The show with no name. That's right, amigos. It's homophones only on the show with no name. And here's where we're going to look at two words that you're going to tell me in English, and then you're going to tell me if the two words sound identical, if they sound exactly the same, thus being homophones. Y por eso siendo homófonos. The first word is a general word that we use when we refer to alcohol. Okay? Yeah. It means alcohol in general, this word. Okay? It's an uncountable noun. And if you're familiar with the acronym BYOB, it's bring your own. Ahora, se puede poner beer, pero si lo cambiamos a esto, es cualquier alcohol que quieras. So a lot of times you'll hear in English, oh, I'm having a party this weekend, and it's BYOB, bring your own alcohol, trae tu propio alcohol. That's the word we're looking for, the first word, a general word for alcohol. The second word I already said, it's abucheos. It's also abuchear en la tercera persona. So, él abuchea cada vez que entra en la habitación. That word should sound exactly the same as abucheos, porque ambos llevan una S, ¿no? Una S porque es tercera persona y otra porque es plural. So, there you go, amigos. Those are your words. Tough ones today, I guess, because I don't see any participation yet. All right, well, let me give you guys the Say What soundbite for the third time. Please write down what you hear. We've already gotten a few people, I believe now maybe two people who have gotten it. Laura, rockin' and rollin'. All right, well, here we go, my amigos. This is the third listen.
No mistakes so far in this match, right? No mistakes whatsoever. Answer my question! The question, jerk!
All right, folks. There you go. Those are your Say What sound bites. 3 times. You'll get it one more time. All right, let's take a look over here. Monse is the first one to participate in our homophone section. Let's see what Monse had to say. Monse says the words are and they're homophones. Well, Monse, there's just one problem. The second word that you wrote has an E, an extra E in there that shouldn't be there. So, I don't know. I don't know if we're talking about the same word there. Let's see. Kubla. Kubla, those are the words. Good job. So if you meant abucheos, then that obviously it would be BOOS, okay? Not BOOES. No coges a E cuando lo pluralizamos. So Monse, I don't know if I'm going to judge that because you're saying they're homophones, but I want to make sure you know what word you're saying there. Also, Kubla, nice job. Another one gets to say what, and another one gets, and another one. Nice job. Say what sound. I thought it was going to be hard, even though it was short, but you guys are kicking butt. All right, let's see. Vero gives us the 2 words. Yes, Vero, those are the correct words. And she says they're homophones to me. All right. Well, what about the rest of the world? I love that Vero always personalizes. She goes, as far as I'm concerned. All right. So let's take a look at these words then. The first word is booze. Bring your own booze. Okay. Man, your breath reeks of booze. Tu aliento huele a alcohol. Booze. Y también es beber mucho. He was boozing all afternoon. He was in La Latina boozing, no? Pim pamflean. Like, what's the word you say in Spanish? Pim pamflar. I love that word. You have a similar word. In Mexico, it's ponerse hasta las chanclas. Oh, I love that. Great, Mexico. They were boozing all weekend because it was his bachelor party, right? They were boozing all weekend. Estaban de borrachera todo el fin de semana, but they ran out of booze. Se quedaron sin alcohol. So booze, B-O-O-Z-E, booze. Again, you'll see it. If you see the acronym for a party and it says B-Y-O-B, that means you bring your own booze. Lo traes contigo. And there are restaurants in the United States where it's BYOB. I worked at a restaurant when I was in college, in Universidad, to save some money and to pay my rent and all of that stuff. And it was BYOB. It was a Mexican restaurant. And we had the margarita mix. We had everything. We just didn't have the alcohol. And there was a liquor store across the street. So people would buy tequila and Coronas. We would put the Coronas on ice and we would bring them a pitcher of virgin margarita and they would add their alcohol. And in the end, I mean, it worked out nice because a liquor license is quite expensive, right? I believe due to insurance reasons, a liquor license, el permiso para proveer alcohol. So booze, okay? And the second word, well, let's look at the singular first, boo. I told you not to boo. It's rude. Te dije que no abucharas. I told you not to boo. It's absolutely rude, okay? So he boos all the time. Eso es tercera persona. So he boos every time he drinks booze. Do they sound the same? Absolutely. Nice job. First person to get it was Kubla and followed by Vero. Nice job. Nice job. Also, Vero has gotten our Say What soundbite. Wow, guys, I guess I'm going to have to make it more difficult in tomorrow's show. But we've got so much to do. Let's finish up our spelling bee, and then we'll go to the movies. The first word we have in our spelling bee, as I said, we were looking at fabrics, is silk. And silk is a very soft fabric. I think you say seda in Spanish. I always used to mix that word up with sede. La sede de la empresa y seda. And we use the same thing. I believe I've heard somebody say, es como la seda, smooth as silk or soft. So silk, some of the adjectives used to describe the texture of this fabric is soft or smooth. Smooth, silky. Silky is even an adjective as well. Something that's soft and silky, right? Number two, cotton. Ahora, esto es donde vamos a ver quién sabe hacer el glottal stop americano. So a British person would say cotton, cotton. Have you got any cotton? Have you got any cotton, mate? And I would say cotton. Do you have any cotton? Yo te lo digo como yo lo digo. You find your happy medium. Cotton. Probably one of the most well-known fabrics out there. And I still remember on my honeymoon, the first time we were in a cotton field, and there was literally cotton. I didn't know, like, it grew in its form that you see it like in the pharmacy, these cotton balls. And I said, what? And I have pictures of it. It blew my mind. We stayed in Clarksdale, Mississippi. We stayed down at a place called the Shack Up Inn. And you stayed in these barns, graneros. Of course, they were, they had heat and everything you needed in there, TV, all the modern amenities. But you were in the middle of a field, and a cotton field, in fact. And it was pretty mind-blowing. I remember taking tons of pictures because I was like, I mean, I knew cotton, but I didn't know it looked like cotton. There was no change from when it was on the plant. It's not like it had, okay, if you're going to make clothes, yes. Fabric, yeah. But the cotton that you get, the cotton swabs or the cotton balls that you get at the pharmacy or at the doctor's office, it's the same fucking plant. Blew my mind. I know I'm not a farmer, but I'm interested in all that stuff. But my family, I mean, we all come from agriculture somewhere, right? The third one, leather. You call it piel o cuero. I've heard both words there, leather. My favorite word is pleather. Not my favorite, but referring to this word, plastic leather. Esto es faux, lo que vimos ayer, la palabra faux. So this is fake leather, pleather. This is a pleather couch. It says sintético, plastic, fake. The next one is wool, lana del rey, wool of the king. No, but seriously, wool, I've heard a lot of my students mispronounce the word wood, okay, and say wool. Pero yo digo, a ver, ¿sabes decir lana, pero no sabes decir madera? Because no suena como madera, wool, ¿no? W-O-U-L-D. It sounds like madera, W-O-O-D, not wool. So cuando ves esa palabra, imagínate madera, no lana. The next one, spandex. I believe you call spandex lycra. We know the fabric. The fabric is called lycra. We call it lycra. But we call it spandex more when we talk about I guess because it's the popular brand, because it expands, spandex. And these days, well, I don't have to tell you how popular yoga pants are. You won't see me in spandex. I can guarantee you'll never see me in spandex. Sorry, it's just, have you guys ever seen one of those chorizos that's just, it's like all uneven, and that's what I look like, you know. So corduroy, pana, corderoy, de pana, de corderoy. Okay. So do you guys say corduroy or do you say pana when you talk about this fabric? All right. Well, either way, we've got to move on to name that movie.
Name that movie.
That's right, amigos. It's Name That Movie only on the show with no name. And as always, we're going to take a look at a movie. First, we'll take a look at the trailer. Then we'll take a look at a scene from the movie. And we'll take a look at some behind-the-scenes stuff as well. All right, here we go. A data courier. Now, this is an interesting word because you can say data or data. Okay, datos. Yo opté por a data courier. Okay, it's interesting because a courier. Bueno, ahora voy a repasarlo y luego paramos. Okay, a data courier, literally carrying a data package inside his head, must deliver it before he dies from the burden or is killed by the Yakuza. The Japanese mafia, if I'm not mistaken, pretty deadly over there. So a data or data courier, and this is an interesting word, mensajería, courier. It's not carrier, even though they carry your package. It's C-O-U-R-I-E-R, courier. So a data or data courier, literally carrying a data package inside his head, que lo lleva dentro de su cabeza, must deliver it, entregarlo, before he dies from the burden. And the burden, I believe, is la carga, el lastre, right? The burden, el agobio, la carga. Think of it that way, not just burden, right? So, he must deliver it before he dies from the burden or is killed by the Yakuza. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a winner. Please give it up for Kubla. With Chris Valrol right on his heels. Oh, yeah. Some movie buffs in the house. The movie is called Johnny Mnemonic. Johnny Mnemonic. I remember when this movie came out. It's awesome. I got to say, I'm a fan. 1995. And I remember in 1995, man, I was watching movies every day. I didn't have to work. I didn't have to do other things. So I was literally watching movies every day. And this is a movie that stars Keanu Reeves, also Dolph Lundgren. Dolph Lundgren was the Russian in Rocky IV, the famous Russian. So Johnny Mnemonic. And it's interesting because that first M is silent. Antes estamos hablando de letras mudas, silent letters, we say. All right, well, let's take a look at the scene over here. Also, a little behind the scenes stuff, which is quite interesting. The script, they say, was dumped on Keanu Reeves's doorstep, en el umbral, en la puerta de Keanu Reeves. Okay, they dumped it on his doorstep. And that piqued interest because normally they go through his agent. So it was kind of stalkerish, but it worked because he accepted the role of Johnny. So it was an unconventional way to get the attention of the guy they wanted to star in it, who was Keanu Reeves. And it worked, as I said. He also plays a character, as I said, who holds data in his head that can kill him. Does this sound familiar? Has anybody seen Cyberpunk 2077? What does he play there? A character with a deadly data chip in his head. Interesting. Aha. Yes, there was a parallel. Also, a very interesting casting choice here. Val Kilmer. He was all the rage. Era famosísimo en ese momento. Estaba muy de moda. He was originally set to star, okay? Slated or set to star, fichado. But he left the project. Vamos a pronunciar esta palabra porque no es project, it's project. He left the project after he was offered the role of Batman in Batman Forever. Now, I got to tell you something. You got to compare these two movies. Batman Forever was pretty bad. Yeah. But also, Val Kilmer later played the role of Chris in Heat. And you know who was originally up for that role? Keanu Reeves. So there's a little bit of karma, the cycle of life, as the Lion King calls it. All right, let's take a look at the scene. Johnny Mnemonic says, "The fuck is going on? Cojones pasa?" And then he screams it again. What the fuck? No puedo porque no tengo energía hoy. What the fuck is going on? You know, all my life, I've been careful to stay in my own corner. To stay in your corner. We looked at another way of saying this the other day too, to stay in your lane. No salgas de tu carril, okay? Esto no es asunto tuyo. No te metas en las cosas. So I've been careful to stay in my corner, ¿no? Eso también es defendiéndome a mí mismo. Looking out for number one, cuidando del número uno, que es él. Looking out for number one, no complications, sin complicaciones. Now, suddenly, de repente, I'm responsible for the entire fucking world. And everybody and his mother, decimos lo mismo, is trying to kill me. If my head doesn't blow up first, si no explota mi cabeza antes. And Jane answers, maybe it's not just about you anymore. Quizá no tiene nada que ver contigo ya. No, maybe it's just not just about you. Quizá que tiene que ver con más, que no va sobre tu vida. And Johnny says, listen, you listen to me. You see that city over there? ¿Ves esa ciudad ahí? Mi hija siempre dice, over there. Es verdad, mis alumnos dicen there, mi hija dice over there. ¿Por qué? Porque yo digo over there. Lo usamos siempre. He goes, that's where I'm supposed to be. Y aquí vemos donde el acento, donde ponemos el acento es muy importante. Okay? That's where I'm supposed to be. Ahí es donde tengo que estar. Que no es lo mismo que that's where I'm supposed to be. Significa que hay otro ahí que debería ser tú. So again, you can change the meaning of a sentence depending on where you put the stress in the sentence, okay? So he says, that's where I'm supposed to be. O sea, no aquí. Not down here with the dogs, los perros, and the garbage. Vamos a pronunciar esa porque no es garbage, it's garbage. Coge la palabra puente y quita la R. Bridge, bidge, garbage. Ahí lo tienes. And the garbage and the fucking last month's newspapers blowing back and forth. Muy buena esta collocation. Back and forth de un lado para otro. I've had it with them. Estoy hasta aquí. Okay, ya no puedo más. I've had it with you. I've had it with them. I've had it with you. I've had it with all of this. Estoy hasta aquí con todo esto. I want room service. Room service is in a hotel. Who doesn't love room service in a hotel? You're like, oh, we're going to go out for dinner. Oh, let's order some room service. Well, you don't get that. Now I guess it's called Deliveroo. So I want room service. I want the club sandwich. And a club sandwich, you know it from Veep's Club. A club sandwich is by definition, because it can be turkey club, chicken club, tuna club. The important thing is bacon, lettuce, and tomato, and you got that extra piece of bread in the middle, and you got the toothpick. So it's the style of sandwich. You would change the name ahead of it, right? Turkey club, chicken club. I know Veep's, the chain over here has it. So I want the club sandwich. I want the cold Mexican beer. I want a $10,000 a night hooker. A hooker, prostitute. Quiero una prostituta de $10,000 la noche. I want my shirts laundered. Okay, now when you launder, you take something to be laundered, lo llevas a que te lo lavan. Sometimes you can, if it's a nice shirt, it's dry cleaning. So you take something to a laundromat and they have a service where you can wash it yourself many times, right? And they have ones where you can drop it off and they'll wash it. Whether it has to be machine washed or dry clean, that's another thing. So he goes, I want my shirts laundered. Quiero que me los laven, que me los planchen, que me los, right? Cuiden. Because, and also remember, speaking of laundering, we also have más común aún, money laundering, blanqueo de fondos, money laundering. He goes, like they do, como ellos lo hacen, at the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo. And there you go, folks. There's the man, Keanu Reeves. He manages, one of these guys who manages to stay relevant. And it seems like everybody likes him because, you get a lot of controversial people. Kanye West, people they make it really hard for you to like them. You know what I mean? Where you're like, oh, you're talking again, talking shit, as we said before, talking smack. And then there are people who just, no matter what, they just always seem awesome. And I think Keanu Reeves is one of those people. But folks, we have to go to a quick commercial break. I can't believe it. We're going to be right back with the fourth and final part of today's show. I sure hope you guys will join us. Stick around. Hey, amigos, welcome back. Welcome back to the show with no name on Vaughn Radio. Don't forget, after today's show, you've got Ximena Holiday and Test Your English. Followed by the lunchtime show with Rob and Andy. And don't miss Back to Basics with Tosh Pasqua. Yeah. So many amazing programs here on Vaughn Radio, and they're all free. Free English classes here every day on Vaughn Radio. And don't forget, if you want the full experience, make sure you're following us on social media. If you're not following, you are missing out, because I'm posting videos every day. And maybe you're not missing you. Maybe you're not missing me, excuse me, but I'm missing you. So come on over and join us on social media. Also, if you guys want more information about stuff that's going on at Vaughn, aside from following us on social media, you can go to our website, grupovaughn.com. Also, we've got a phone number. It's 911-3858-31. Or reach out on social media. Whatever's easier for you. We'd love to hear from you, and you can find out how you can get your free level test. Go to grupovaughn.com. All right, folks, it's time for today's Double Trouble.
Double trouble, baby. Yeah, you know what time it is. Give it up. Double trouble. I said double trouble. Double trouble. I said double trouble.
That's right, amigos. It's Double Trouble, only on the show with no name. And this is a section where we get a translation with a twist, and you got to use the same word twice in this translation. So good luck to all of you. I hope you're able to figure it out. This could be a tough one as far as wording is concerned. ¿Cómo lo ponemos, no? ¿Cómo lo redactamos? So, él estaba pasando / atravesando la abstinencia o el mono cuando retiró el dinero o cuando hizo el retiro de dinero. Okay. So, él estaba pasando el mono o atravesando la abstinencia, el mono. O sea, vamos, que hacía droga y lo dejó. Okay. Cuando retiró el dinero. Okay, o cuando hizo la retirada de dinero. All right, that's your double trouble. You have to use the same word twice. I think you know that. That's pretty bare bones, bastante básico en esta sección. All right, also, I'm going to give you guys the Say What soundbite. This is the fourth and final listen. Many people have figured it out. Let's see how you do.
No mistakes so far in this match, right? No mistakes whatsoever. Answer my question! The question, jerk!
Whoa. Or maybe, are they booing? Yeah, it sounds like a lot of boos, right? Boos, alcohol? No, boos, abucheos. We already know they sound exactly the same. All right, so double trouble. Anybody? I'm looking at our virtual classroom over here. And all right, let's see. Leo has taken a stab at it. And Leo says he got withdrawal symptoms when he withdrew money. Unbelievable. It's not exactly how I have it here, but it's correct. Holy cow. So he got withdrawal symptoms Okay. Withdrawal symptoms. As I said, it means that you're lacking something. So when people give up, thankfully, I don't know very much about addiction. It's not been a big problem, but I do know that if you are addicted to a certain drug, let's use heroin or painkillers, analgésicos, whatever. If you don't have that medicine, that drug for a certain period of time, you'll start to feel sick. You'll start to have symptoms of withdrawal. Okay, so él estaba atravesando la abstinencia, estos momentos duros, el mono, cuando retiró el dinero, when he withdrew the money. Excellent job, Leo. Let's see if anybody got it exactly as I got it. Laura says he was going through withdrawal when he withdrew the money. That works. I'll take it, Laura. Let's see, Kubla. He had withdrawal symptoms when he withdrew the money. All right, great. Anybody get the one I've got here? Same one, Vero. So everybody got the same thing, which is great. It's correct. Nice job, Leo and company. But I gave you this one just to use the same exact word. Again, it's correct. I put he was going through withdrawal when he made a withdrawal. So to withdraw money is to make a withdrawal. It was to use the same word, but you guys nailed it. Let's take a quick look. Remember, there's an FYI episode on money. So if you want to learn all this vocabulary about banks and como se dice el saldo, all of that, no movimientos, listen to the FYI episode on money. It's a very, very useful episode. All right. I think you guys can learn about all that. So we can take money out or we can withdraw money. Okay, withdraw or to take out. Withdraw is conjugated exactly the same as draw, dibujar. Draw, drew, drawn. Withdraw, withdrew, withdrawn. Yesterday, I withdrew money from my account. And the opposite, to deposit money, makes sense, or to put money in to your account. So excellent job. Unbelievable how well you guys did. I don't think it was an easy one at all. All right, folks, it's time to move on to your joking.
Thank you. Okay, what did the guy say when he walked into the bar? Ouch. Ouch. You get it? Ouch. He walked into the bar.
You're joking.
That's right, amigos. You're joking only on the show with no name. And today we're going to the courts, not the basketball courts. Going to the tennis courts today. That's right. You guys feeling the love? Love is zero in tennis. You feeling nothing? All right, so here we go with today's jokes. All you have to do is see if you get them. If not, I will explain them afterwards. All right. So what do you call a girl standing in the middle of a tennis court?
13.
Love? No. It's a good one, though. What do you call a girl standing in the middle of a tennis court? Easy. A net. You're not serious, are you? A net? No. Oh, come on. It's an easy one. A net. A net. Una red. A net is also a woman's name. In fact, a shout out to Annette, one of our listeners who's been listening for years. And I saw her at the last trivia night with her daughter, Mercedes. So a shout out to Mercedes and Annette. I thought it was funny. What do you call a girl standing in the middle of a tennis court? A net. Okay. Why was the tennis court so loud?
2 games old.
Okay. Why was the tennis court so loud?
15 up.
Oh, easy. It's because all the players raised a racket. Are you serious? No. So why was the tennis court so loud? Tan ebullicioso, tan escandaloso, tan ruidoso? Because all the players raised a racket. All right, levantar una raqueta, but it's also to make a lot of noise, montar un pollo, causar un escándalo, to raise a racket. What is that racket? No, when I hear my daughter playing and knocking things around, what is that racket? You get it? Because they raised a racket. Also, remember, a racket is also an illegal business. Racketeering is a charge. You can go to jail in the United States, not for rocketeer, the rocketeer, racketeering. Okay? So, no? Did you like that? Okay, I got another one for you, love. Where is the first tennis match mentioned in the Bible? Yeah, did you know they played tennis in the Bible? So where is the reference, if you'd like to tell us? Where is the first tennis match mentioned in the Bible? Oh, easy. It's when Joseph served in Pharaoh's court. Joseph served in Pharaoh's court. Well, I guess you need to know your biblical references. Shall you read the Bible, guys? Shall you? So, hey, why not? Can't hurt. I'm not joking. So don't turn on the TV. If you have a choice between and I'm not even very religious here, guys, I would definitely open up a Bible before the TV. I don't know. And you asked me that 5-10 years ago, I probably wouldn't have said that. So where is the first tennis match mentioned in the Bible? It's when Joseph served in Pharaoh's court. All right. Pharaoh is Faraón. Joseph is obviously Jose, right? And court. Well, to serve is you play tennis, you have to serve. I know you say the same thing. And a court is una cancha o una pista, but it's also a royal residence, the court. So Queen Esther lived in the court of King Ahasuerus. You don't say this, though, right? His court, su corte. You say the same word in Spanish. So I guess that joke might even work in Spanish. Servir. I think that's that. Whoa, look at that, guys. We've got an international tennis joke there. Awesome stuff. Well, guys, those are my jokes. Now the ball is in your court. La pelota está en tu tejado, está en tu campo. The ball is in your court. All right, I'll stop, but only because it's time for famous birthday trivia. That's right, amigos. It's famous birthdays only on the show with no name. And here's where I'm going to know who knows their really famous people, because this person is extremely famous. But I'm going to tell you his real name. We'll see how well you know famous people's real names, I should have said. His real name is Abel McCoken Tesfaye. Okay, you don't know him as that. Nobody knows him as that. So he's a Canadian singer-songwriter. And he's a motherfucking star boy. Oh, there's one of his songs. He's a star boy. Look what you got. He's got another song, too, so many songs now. From Blinding Lights, Las Luces que Enciegan. I can't feel my face when I'm with you, but I love it. Yeah, I love it. Some people say that song is about cocaine. That's right. So I can't feel my face. The Hills. I only call you when it's 5:30. You only. I got to say, I'm a huge fan of this guy's work. And yeah, he goes by a stage name, which is, I think, a word that makes a lot of people happy. It was a good name, good choice for a name. Because when you say the name of when you say his artistic name, his stage name, it sounds like a party. It sounds like fun. And he's definitely huge right now. He's got that Midas touch. Ese toque Midas. This next guy was born in 1958. And he was a rapper, very famous rapper. I don't know if he puts out albums, but then he also started the heavy metal band Body Count. Body Count. Body Count. Body Count. I got to say, I'm a huge fan. They played at the first Lollapalooza, in fact. And there was a lot of controversy around the song Cop Killer. Mata Polis. Yeah. But I love this rapper. I got to say, he's been in a lot of movies too. He was in New Jack City. That was in 1991. I remember seeing New Jack City in Spanish for the first time. ¿Qué pasa, cachondo? Vámonos a por las drogas y a coger estos criminales. When he really speaks with like a hood. Well, he's well spoken, sabe hablar bien. But when he's doing his rap persona. And his stage name is a very popular drink, in fact, right? A very popular drink. And if you mix this drink with lemonade, it's called an Arnold Palmer. And I love that drink. You know when you can't decide, quiero té con hielo o quiero limonada? Mix them. And there was a golfer, Arnold Palmer, well, that was his favorite drink. If you go to the United States, order it. Give me an Arnold Palmer. You can add vodka if you want. That's up to you, totally up to you guys. But this guy, revolutionary. And I remember there was a lot of controversy with him and the parental, the explicit lyrics. So he caused quite a controversy. He caused a racket. He raised a racket. There you go. Para usar lo de antes. But everybody knows his name. So as they always say, there's no such thing as bad publicity. And number 3, this person was born in 1959, an American tennis player and sportscaster. Comentarista, you can say sportscaster. He was known for his shot making and volleying skills. He also had rivalries with Bjorn Borg and Jimmy Connors. And he was infamous for his on-court behavior. He would usually lose his shit, right? He would usually lose his, lose his, you could say lose his cool, lose his shit, lose his temper, perder los estribos, I think you say, in Spanish. So yeah, he lost his temper. He would get pretty pissed off, All right, let's see if we've got anybody who's got them late. Whoa, a couple people. You guys are fast. I didn't even finish, guys. All right, the first person to get today's birthdays, please give it up for Kubla. Also, Chris Valrol. And Vero, wow, my superstars. Excellent job. Number 1 is The Weekend, sin la E. But es que mola. What are you doing this weekend? Going to see The Weekend. Oh, that sounds good. What are you doing this Tuesday? Going to see The Weekend. Oh, wow. It's a planazo instantly. And then when the music is awesome, well, sounds like a weekend. It's a great name. Very appropriate. Very apropos. Number 2, Ice-T. And number 3, John McEnroe. And John McEnroe is today's Say What soundbite. This is him yelling at an umpire on the tennis court. This is on court. And he says, no mistakes so far in this match, right? No hay ningún error o falta en este juego hasta ahora, ¿no? He goes, no mistakes whatsoever. Ni uno cualquiera. No mistakes whatsoever. And the guy's kind of ignoring him. And then he says, answer my question. The question, jerk, capullo, cabron. So this is John McEnroe showing you how to not be a good sportsman, right? We call it sportsmanship, deportividad. All right, let's hear birthday boy John McEnroe.
No mistakes so far in this match, right? No mistakes whatsoever. Answer my question! The question, jerk!
Ooh. All right, folks, it's time for our final section, Name That Lyric.
Hi, hello, Alberto. I think the song is. No? Sorry, bye.
Name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric, name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. Name that lyric only on the show with no name, the show with no name, the show with no name. It's name that lyric only on the show with no name.
That's right, amigos. It's Name That Lyric, and I can't believe it. We have reached the end of today's show. It's amazing how time flies by when you're having fun. Thank you guys, too, for helping me forget a little bit that I'm under the weather. I've got a busy day, so I hope you guys, too, have a wonderful day, a productive day, a positive day, and thank you for making my day positive. I really appreciate all your energy, all your participation, and not just those of you who are here every day. Again, I want to make sure all of my students get the protagonism, the credit that they deserve. So all of you, whether you're here live every day or whether you are tuned in via podcast right now or you're listening on the Vaughn Radio app, keep up the great work. I know you guys are there. Even if you're there, a couple hours later, the next day, I know you're there. And this show is for you guys just as much as everybody who's here and able to join us on a daily basis. All right. Little shout out to all of you amazing people who are here as well. You show with no namers. And whenever you can, stop by. I mean, even if you have to go into the bathroom for a minute and say, hey, guys, I listen every day, just stopping in to say hello. I'm taking a dump. No, wait. Don't give us that information. All right, let me give you guys the song because we only have about a minute or two. The song is Blinding Lights by The Weeknd, birthday boy, The Weeknd. And he says, I've been trying to call. Look up the lyrics and we can sing it together. Now, trying to is trying to. I've been trying to. Trying to. Lo escribe T-R-Y-N-A. Trying to naranja. I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. He estado solo demasiado tiempo. Maybe you can show me how to love. A lo mejor me puedes enseñar cómo amar. Maybe, quizá. I'm going through withdrawals. You know what that means. We looked at that in our Double Trouble. Estoy con el mono. Estoy pasándolo mal por falta de algo. Right? Going through withdrawals. You don't even have to do too much. Ni siquiera tienes que hacer mucho. You can turn me on. Me puedes poner, me puedes excitar. With just a touch, baby. Con solo un toque. Con una caricia. I look around, miro por todos lados. Sin City's cold and empty. Sin City, Las Vegas. Sin City's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. No hay nadie que me puede juzgar. I can't see clearly when you're gone. No veo claramente cuando no estás. I said, oh, I'm blinded by the lights. Right? Me he vuelto ciego por las luces. Now I can't sleep until I feel your touch. So obviously he's not going through withdrawal from drugs, but he's going through withdrawal with this relationship. So no, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, oh, I'm drowning in the night. Me estoy ahogando en la noche. I hope you guys will sing it with me. And I hope you'll join us in the next episode of The Show with No Name. It's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You better sing it with me. Let's go. You know it. You know it. Come on. Yes, I have.
I've been on my own for long enough.
That's right.